You can learn more about farming, gardening, land care, nutrition, so much more at the NOFA Summer Conference. So we have Ben Grosscup here. He's the conference coordinator, the man who makes it happen. Thank you for joining us. Now, a lot of people are going to think this is just for, serious farmers, people with huge plots of land. But you have so much coming up at this conference.
The NOFA Summer Conference is 3 days of practical skills workshops on every aspect of organic growing and organic nutrition. We basically have 1,200 people coming from around the Northeast to expand our knowledge about how to grow organically.
And there's 140 different workshops, is that right?
That's right. And the big idea connecting all the workshops this year is the theme, healing the climate, healing ourselves, regeneration through microbiology. The idea is that we can actually reverse climate change and reverse chronic diseases. I'm talking about autoimmune diseases, all sorts of digestive issues, autism, many other kinds of issues by healing the microbes in our gut, basically by regenerating microbial populations that make us healthy. What it basically all comes down to is, are we taking care of the populations, the microbial populations that make us healthy? And so a big piece of that is gardening, a big piece of that is nutrition.
So that's the overarching theme this year, and there's so much. There's definitely something for everyone. But what we're going to discuss today, and it's going to be discussed at the event, is this concept called cover crops. What are cover crops? Cover
crops is an idea that organic farmers have been using for a very long time to build soil. And one of the things that you can do with cover crops is basically when you have bare soil, this is not so good for the microbes living in the soil. It's not facilitating their health because the wind comes along, the rain comes along, and they don't have anywhere to live. What microbes need to live is plant roots. So we want to always keep soil covered at all times with green growing plants. Now when you're trying to grow vegetables, this has been a challenge because there's a whole period of time oftentimes in many farms where it is bare soil. But when it's bare soil, the carbon in the soil is oxidizing into the air.
So you're losing out on important nutrients.
We're missing a major opportunity to be building our soil quality. So what we do is we plant a cover crop like this. This is peas and oats. Okay. It's just a very simple thing. This is a winter kill cover crop. That means that the winter cold is going to kill these plants. And then in the spring, when it comes time to plant the crop that we want to grow, we just have a nice bed of mulch and no plants to compete with it. It's really fantastic. And we're also building carbon because basically the way that these plants, once they're growing, feed the microbes is that they're converting carbon dioxide from the air into sugars that then feed a vast population of microbes in the soil.
And now, Ben, we have a couple pictures, too, of what it looks like once the seeds are planted, once it grows up a little bit. We have a couple examples of what they look like.
The peas and oats, and it's really beautiful, and you don't have to worry with just a peas and oats thing, at least if you're in a northern climate, about having to weed it all out in the spring or anything. However, there's another way to go at it, which is the cocktail cover crop, and I brought an example of that. This has a much greater diversity of plants.
So it's a bevy of different kinds, and that allows our soil to be exposed to different kinds of plants and nutrients. Unfortunately, Ben, we're running out of time. We could talk about something like this for hours and hours on end, but the conference is coming up from the 14th to the 16th, over 140 different sessions, 20 plus different topic areas. It's going to be a blast.
Go to nofasummerconference.org to find out more about it. We got a great program, and we're really looking forward to having people out there. Thanks for the time.
Thank you. Always a pleasure having you here.